of a forward-looking energy plan, we're going to need to see what part drilling expansion plays in development of that plan. And we're going to need to see what the causes of this tragic accident were. Because given the scope of this disaster, we cannot afford to vastly expand offshore drilling in the future if this type of disaster can be expected to occur, even, as some on the other side say, on a rare basis. The damage in terms of environment and loss of human life is simply too great. Accidents on this scale raise innumerable questions about what went wrong. And usually, and probably in this case, there's no single answer or single point of blame. But as we attempt to determine the cause in order to prevent such tragedies in the future, two issues stand out in my mind, and the chairman raised both of them. The first one is, what role did the cementing job play in the accident? The timing of the accident indicates that the cementing was likely a culprit, as the accident occurred soon after the cement was injected into the well. This would not be the first time that cementing has caused problems in the Gulf of Mexico. According to a 2007 study by the Minerals Management Service, nearly half of all blowouts in the Gulf over the last 14 years are due to faulty cementing. In addition, poor cementing has been identified as a cause of the recent 2009 blowout at an offshore oil platform in Australia. Cementing has been a cause for concern in onshore drilling as well, with groundwater contamination incidents tied to improper cementing in my home state of Colorado and elsewhere. The second issue that this committee needs to probe further is the failure of the blowout preventer. This device is designed to be the fail-safe mechanism that will prevent tragedies such as this spill. Its failure is extremely troubling, as it calls into question whether these devices can be trusted to function properly at offshore drilling locations. I know that we won't be able to identify the root cause of the accident today, and that the investigation is still in its early stages. But finger-pointing will not solve this problem. It's in the interest of all of the witnesses to get to the bottom of this issue if they want to assure the American people that offshore drilling is a safe practice that we should actually expand farther. Frankly, I watched part of the hearing yesterday as well, and I was dismayed at the parsing of words by all parties yesterday in terms of liability and in terms of willingness to pay for these tremendous costs. And so I think that those responsible need to step up, they need to bear the costs, and they need to fix this technology, because if they don't, we will not have expansion of offshore drilling until this committee and the U.S. Congress can be assured that it can be done in a safe and an environmentally and human and in a way to save human life way. Otherwise, it simply won't be part of our plan. And many of us don't object to offshore drilling. We support it where appropriate, but not if it cannot be done safely. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. DeGette. Mr. Latta for an opening statement, please. 3 minutes.